This Blue Code Geass Roze of Recapture deck is all about amassing a gigantic army in order to play your huge late game cards. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Mobby here, and today I'm going to be giving you my personal deck profile for this Blue Code Geass deck revolving around the Norland card. Make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. I upload daily duels and deck profiles for different anime TCGs. Alright guys, here we are. As mentioned, it's a blue deck, so it's primarily a swarming deck, but basically you're revolving around one gigantic raid card in order to win you the game. If you guys just want the deck profile, link in the description to my website, mobbytcg.com. There I upload tons of deck profiles and other resources for anyone looking for just, anything in general. Alright, so let's talk about every single card of the deck, and at the end of the video, I'll let you know if I think this is a good deck or not. So let's begin with the zero cost Lokis. So basically this is your early game card, and check this out. You can have up to 12 copies of this in your deck. In this deck, we are running 10 of these. Now, your raid source is going to be the Norland cards, but there is no zero cost ones. So we're just going to be running a bunch of these zero ones because you do get some abilities with them in the trash or on the field. So you can see here the trigger is drawing a card. And if you end up getting a bunch of these at the early game, you can throw a good amount on the front in order to just be a nice 2k swinger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Lokis. This is actually really ridiculous. Okay, so now we're moving on to our one cost. This is Norland von Loonbelg. I'm just gonna go from Norland from here on out. So one cost Neo-Britannian Empire and Einberg. So on play, you're gonna look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you're gonna grab either one Loki card or a fall bout, which is going to be your late game raid card. So basically that's what you want to get. If you already have a bunch of Lokis, or if you really need the energy, grab a Loki. Otherwise, you 100% should grab your late game 5 and 6 cost raids, because those are your win conditions. Then if you add one, you have to trash one. The best cards are to trash are the Lokis. Once again, if you don't need the energy, trash these Lokis. You do want them in the trash for some abilities. So really great card, easy to raid on. The trigger is active 3000, so great trigger, solid card all around. Unfortunately, only 1500 BP, but it's a searching card, a good trigger, and a raid source. So great card. Now we have Nara Vaughn. This is a 2 cost, so this is a 2500 attacker with +2 energy. If this character is active, best case scenario, 3 of these in the backline at the end of the game. Like 2 or 3 is perfect. These don't do anything in the deck but give you plus energy. That's what it's used for. That's the strategy. This is not searchable, but if you find 1 or 2 in your hand and you're able to, easily ramp up for this, I really recommend you grab these as well. You keep these, they're really good. The costs in this deck, the high costs, there's 5 costs and 6 costs, and those are your raid cards as well as your special card, so you really need high energy. Next off, it's another 2 costs, another Norland card. So once again, 2, 1 action. On play, draw 1, trash 1. Once again, depending on what you need, you primarily just want to trash these Lokis. Then main, once per turn, you can use every single turn, even the turn that you play it. You can retire 1 other character on your area. If you did, choose one of the following effects. Once again, that's what the Lokis are for. This character gains 1000, making it a 4000 attacker. Really iffy ability, whatever. However, the bottom one, during this turn, you reduce the cost, the energy cost of all cards in your hand with fall bouts in their name by 2. So this is a really great card in order for you to actually get your raid 5 drop and 6 drops if you don't have the required energy. You can just KO one of these like Lokis in the back, and then you can play the 6 for 4 or a 5 for a 3, and trust me, you really want to get these out as soon as possible. So a really good card, perfect for the deck. It's a good attacker, good raid source, but you primarily want to keep it alive. You might put in the back line, but it's a great attacker in general. If your opponent wants to use like specials to get rid of it, then so be it. It just gives you much more of a, as long as they're not destroying your 5 or 6 costs, that's really good. Okay, now for another 3 costs. This is another Norland. This is your 4 colors of the deck. So basically you draw 1, then trash 1. Then if you have a total of 3 Lokis on your area and outside, draw 1 card. So basically 3 Lokis on the field, 3 in the trash, 1 on the field, 2 in the trash, etc. A combination, you get to draw 1 card. Now if you play this really quickly as soon as you can, you better hope that you have some Lokis on the field, because you really need to keep drawing cards. Okay, this is also a 3000 attacker, but this is a 2 cost, this is a 2 energy, and you only have 4 2+ energies in the 8, which is the 2 of these, 4 of these, and the 4 Naras. So you definitely want to keep this alive. You want to put this in the back line. You need that energy. So in order to summon your 5 and 6, the color trigger here is bounce back at 3500, which is kind of nice. Next off, we have a 3 cost. So this is a really good card for the deck. Nolan's Intentions. You're going to look at the top 3, grab 1 character and add it to your hand, place the remaining at the bottom. Then during this turn, you're going to reduce the AP of your next Noland or a fall bout in its name by 1 AP. So really quick, amazing card, really good card for the deck. First of all, look at the top 3. You can grab any character, so this is actually searchable in order to get your other 2 energies if you need it. You can grab any other Nolands you want, any other foul bouts, and then your next Nolan or fall bout is cost 0 or cost 1 less. So if you have a 2-drop, which there is a 2 AP cost here, so basically you can find anything you want, then you can raid or play anything you already have in your hand if you didn't grab anything specific with this. So very powerful card. Around 80% of the deck are Nolan characters. So yes, this is so good. You will run 4 of these because you just want to play 5 and 6. Once again, that is your win condition. This will help you play it. So good. It's just a card that searches and you get to play a card, so it's almost a no-lose situation here, except there's no trigger. That's like the bad part about it. Now we have Fine, Do As You Like. This is a 3 cost, your 4 finals of the deck. You choose 2 of your AP and set them to active. Nothing special here. All right, now for a 4 cost Norland card. So this is a 2 AP, remember that. 4 cost, Impact Negate, which is okay, 4000 attack, which is decent. However, on play 2 Loki from your outside area to your area rested, meaning, you know, throughout the whole game, you're going to be trashing these either via 4 effects or you're going to be defending with them. This allows you to set more back up either on the front line for defending, put them in the back line for energy, a mix of 1 and 2, etc. But yes, this is it's a pretty decent support card for the deck. It's also another raid source. However, because this one is so strong with Impact Negate, you might not want to raid on it unless you want to go for game. So let's talk about your strong late game cards. This is Foul Bout, 5 cost. So you raid only on the Norlands. This has +2 damage permanently. Then on play, you can play 1 Loki from your outside to your area rested. Once again, front line, help you defend, maybe get a little swinging. However, it's for rested, so you know, you can defend next center with it, or put in the back line if you need that energy. But yes, this is your basic one. It's only a rare. However, it's 2 damage. So 2 damage is very strong in this game. Okay. Now for your 4 specials of the deck. This is called It's Better to Disappear From Here, 5 costs. This can only be used if you have a Norland or a Fall Bout, which once again, 80% of the deck. Choose 1 card on your opponent's front line, 5,000 or less, and retire it. Then you may retire 1 character on your area. If you choose, you can choose 1 character on your opponent's energy line and they cannot move during their next turn. So usually the second part won't really come into effect. If you think like maybe if it's a raid source card in the backline, they're probably just gonna raid on it in order to move it up. This the second ability, it's really iffy. You have to really know your opponent's deck to be like, okay, that's a card they're just going to throw up to defend or something like that. So it will come into play every once in a while, but you have to play around it. You just, you know, it's really a tough call to do because retiring 1 other character on your field, unless you really don't need it, like maybe another Loki, then okay, for sure. But yeah, and then the trigger is just KO an opponent's front line. Now for the final card of the deck, this is what you're working towards. This is what you want. 6 costs. Foul Bout, Titan Mode, Neo-Britannian Empire Einberg, KMF Nightmare Frame. Rating on your Norlands, also a 2 damaging character. On play, choose 1 character on your opponent's front line and give it this character cannot attack or block until the start of your next turn. Basically, you can, that means they only have 3 blockers for this turn that you play it, and basically 3 attackers on their next turn unless they decide to get rid of it or raid on top of it. An extremely powerful ability. Now, also main, when in the front line, you can use this once per turn. You can retire 1 other character on your area, probably your Lokis if you want. If you did, this character gains 500 and impact, so this is really good for closing out the game if you think they're going to, if they have 1 HP left, you impact it up 5,000. And regardless, even if it's on your turn, I mean, even if you just play this naked for some reason, it's still a 4,500. That is a really, really strong stat line. So really good for attacking, really good for blocking. So basically, once again, your win conditions are these Norlands and these Norlands. So let's talk about the deck. Do I think it's strong? Honestly, I think any deck that revolves around maybe 1 character for the raid sources is really consistent. And the fact that both of the raid sources are strong with double damage, the other one kind of stops an opponent from attacking and blocking, and they're both like easy to throw out raid cards. You can use Nola's Intentions to play them really quick. You can use this one here. You have a lot of ways to bring Lokis back from the trash, and you have just a lot. It's a decent deck. It's like nothing fancy. It's just, flood the board with Lokis, make sure you get your energies, and then just play those 2 damagers and just go crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of these Lokis. That's kind of cool. You might run them in 12. It really is up to you, but I feel like this is a good balance of what I want to run. So that's it. The deck's not bad, guys. So if you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, head on over to my websites. I update it frequently with new things on there for you guys to grab. So thanks, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.